Yo, what is up guys, it's me Graffiti here and I am back with another tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how to add custom wall weapons and how to make your own chalk outline. So yeah, let's just get into it. So before we start, you're going to need a PNG file of your outline. So today we're going to do the MX Grand. I have already done the PSH, but I'm going to show you how to do this one today. So I'll put this in a file down below so y'all can download it. But I'll give you actually the outline for it to make it easier. But pretty much what you're gonna do is any weapon you want to use, it doesn't matter what it is, as long as you have it ported or scripted over into the game, and you can already use it, like get it from the mystery box or mod it in, then this will work. This doesn't work for the Thunder Gun or the Ray Gun Mark IIIs. It will actually make your game corrupt. So let's just get into it. You're gonna need your PNG file that's side view of your weapon. You can just search up on Google. That's how I find mine. Here's a PPSH. And then you're gonna want to have Photoshop. So you open up Photoshop and you're gonna want to make a new file. Name it relevant to your name of your gun. So if you're doing following along with me, you're doing the AR chalk. So once you add that, you're then gonna put the width as 1024 pixels and then the height as 512 pixels and the resolution is 72, and it's gonna be white like this. So what you want to do is you want to double click it and turn it to a layer, and then you're going to want to hide it, and then that turns it to a PNG. Now you're going to want to add your AR into here, into your Photoshop, and you want to double click, and if it comes in the wrong way and you don't really know how to use Photoshop, just check out it's just transform, flip horizontal and vertical, and just keep using that until you get it right. Or if you need to make it bigger, if it's too small, if it's too big, you want to make it small, click Control T and then hold Shift so you don't mess up the texture of it, so it stays the same size, to make it smaller and bigger. So now we need to actually make the outline. So this is actually super simple. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to click on the file, the PNG, go to Fill, drag it to 0, right click it, go to Blending Options, go to Stroke, turn it to 9, make it white, turn it to dissolve and opacity to 96, and we're pretty much done. Now the next thing we're going to need to do is we're going to rasterize and then rasterize again, and then we're going to go into our Black Ops 3 roots folder. So here it is. And then once you're in here, that should be in your Steam apps. Go to Texture Assets, and you're gonna want to add your own folder in here called My Textures, or whatever textures you wanna call your folder. And then inside is where you're gonna add your custom WALLBUY weapon. So here is where I placed it. So after we finish, I'll show you what to do. We go back to Photoshop, and we actually want to minimize that. We want to go back and we want to type in chalk, and then we want to look for the CUDA or anything. It doesn't really matter, just click any chalk texture, and then we're going to come over here and we're going to go into the Photoshop and we're going to drag it in, and it's going to actually come in as a normal texture, not as an outline. And then you're going to want to right click and you're going to do create clipping mask, and then that kind of looks ugly, so you're going to just minimize the opacity to like 25, and you're done. So now click File, Save As, and then name it whatever you want, and then do make sure to click Format, make sure it's a TIFF file, and then click Save, and then make sure it's a LSW interleaved IBM, and then make sure you definitely check save transparency, or you're gonna have a white background and it's not gonna come in right. And then do RLE. So then just click save, OK, and then that should save for you. Now this is when we're gonna need to do the scripting part. So now you're gonna need to open up your mod tools, and here's your finished product of your outline once it loads up. Here we are. Oh, here it is. So now what we're going to do is we're actually going to go into Ape Editor. To do that is you're just going to go into your mod tools and click on Asset Editor. So when it opens up, you're going to want to come and find your filters tab and go to your filters, sorry, not filters tab. You're going to want to go to File. You're going to do Create New GDT, and you're going to name this Custom Textures, or whatever you want. I would just whatever you can remember it under, but I would do Custom Textures or like WALLBUY. So then you name it and then click Save. And then what you're gonna want to do, it's gonna come out looking like this, but this file is gonna be empty. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna actually want to add some textures into it. So how to do that is you're going to want to right click on your custom texture GDT file. And if you can't find it, you can go into your filters and type it in right here into your GDTS files. And if you come here to your custom textures, you just right click, make new material, and then give it whatever name you want. So name it MX underscore grand underscore chalk, and then click OK, and then it's gonna make a blank texture. Now what you're going to do is you're going to go to material type. You're going to look for lit transparent scroll lit emissive scroll transparent, and then it's going to start flickering. And now what you're going to do is you're going to make your surface type as none, custom gloss, make your usage as a decal, and now come to the emissive tab, and you're going to go to new image, and you're going to make a new texture. I already have this made, so I'm just going to rename it. So let's say D, but you can just click whatever, the first one that pops up. So here you go. We have our new now this will, after doing that, it will create an image, and now this image is linked with that material. So this is how you actually get it in. So this is where that file, that TIFF file, comes into play. So you want to click on this three little dots, the periods, and then go to the file that you made, your custom chalk weapon. Click on it and click open, and then now that you have that in, you're all done with the image. You can just come back to your weapon, and now that you're back out, now you want to go back to your chalk texture. So if you look at the chalk texture, there's actually a bunch of there's multiple chalk textures. So what that is just the parameters are messed up, so it's really easy to fix. So first what we're going to do is we're going to go to our HDR scale, and we're going to change this to 16. We're going to do use gameplay intensity. We're going to make depth 0. We're going to make the scale 1 and the scale 1, and that's going to fix that. And now we're actually going to come back up here. We're going to Control C, and we're going to go to color map, and we're going to Control V into it. And then now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go to shadow transparency, and we're going to change that to, I can't remember, 0.5. That's what it is, 0.5. And now I believe that's all the functions that you need. Oh, flicker harshness, make sure you put that to 0.25. And now all you need to do is just save all, or just click Control S. And when you do that, it's going to make these two textures white. And so now if we go into here, 1 second, sorry. Now if we go into our Radiant, this is where we actually make the prefab. So now this is how we get it to become a wall buy. So all we do is we type in we open up our textures and we type it in to see if it worked, and here it is, AR Grand, or whatever you wanted to name your weapon. And now what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to go to your prefabs folder and find any buyable. It doesn't matter. So search up buyable, or not buyable, you can just go to ZM core, go to spawnable, I guess burst pistol, like the RK5. You want to click Z twice so it fits on the screen. Pull it out a little bit so you see pull it out a little bit so you can see the traverse, the trafers. And then what we're going to do is we're going to actually enter this prefab. So it doesn't matter what spawnable weapon you put in there, just put one of them in the prefab. So it could be the Bowie knife, the shotgun, whatever. Enter this prefab, and you're going to want to right click, you're going to click shift and then left click on the script struct, and you're going to name it, make sure it says weapon upgrade as the target name. And then you're going to want to change your pistol, the weapon, so it says pistol underscore burst or whatever weapon it says. You're going to want to name it what what the CSV file says. So the CSV file is actually, I know it is AR underscore grand. But if you have seen any of my tutorials, I show you how to get into the CSV file, so just go check out some of my old tutorials and you'll understand what a CSV file is. Now what we're going to do is we're going to actually go over here and we're going to hide the script struct because it's kind of in my way. I can't think of the name right now. Let me find it. Oh, that's why it's not disappearing. Alright, there we go. So, what window is this? If you open up the filter window just by right clicking and go to filter window, that's how you do that. Go to geometry and then do none umbra. Okay, so click RK5 and you're gonna actually just double click on the grand texture, and so it's gonna be all messed up. So you're gonna go to your textures and you're gonna go to fit texture, and then if you look at it, it's actually working right there, but that actually looks really small, so we might want to click S and see if there's any way to make it bigger. Oh, there it is. And then textures, fit texture. There we go. Alright, so out of that stupid process, add the trigger back, file, and then save as, and then go to prefabs, add it as a prefab in your own or in ZM Core, and then name it whatever you want. So you can name it AR Grand, and then just click save, and then you're done. And then you're gonna once you click save, you're gonna go to prefab, leave prefab, and then you're gonna make sure it's saved, and then when you come back, it should look a lot like this right here. This is the finished product, and if I were to load up my game right now, it should be working just fine. So let's do that real quick. So yeah guys, if y'all guys enjoyed this tutorial, please leave a like, comment, and a sub. I know this is super long, but this is actually really hard, and it's super hard to explain, and I can't even imagine how many times I recorded this. I recorded this like 8-9 times, and my recording software keeps fucking up on me. I finally found a good one, and I'm just really tired, so if it seems like I'm like kind of off, that's why. But I am trying my best to get this to you. This is actually a really great tutorial because I don't think I've seen any tutorials out there like this, so I think this is like one of the first. So yeah, so here we are. We got the MX Grand right here for $12,500, and it works. Now the sounds still don't work. I'm actually watching one of my favorite YouTubers, Waka, and Jaybird, and they actually they really got me into this mapping, and I see that they actually might be figuring out how to do the sound. So as soon as I figure out if they know how to figure that out, they could probably help me with that, or they'll post a tutorial and help people out. But I really don't know how to figure out the sound. I've been looking everywhere, and I've been running through the GSCs, but it's just been super confusing. The Tommy gun works as well. But if he posts a tutorial on there, I will definitely, I won't even make a video about it. But if he does not, and I figure it out, I'll definitely post a tutorial. So yeah guys, peace out. You have a nice night. Keep on mapping, and peace.